we gather here, every day we gather here to conduct powerful meditation for world peace and harmony, unity, peace of mind, and overall health and well-being in the world. I am pleased to mention that today we have completed 1,639 consecutive days of meditation. We are dedicated to promoting world peace and harmony through daily breath energy practices and breath mindfulness sessions, accompanied by educational talks that brings valuable insights to many. In addition, we offer free yoga sessions, including chair exercises. We are grateful to all those who contributed to this achievement, including PSSM Europe, Tamil, PMC TV, YouTamil TV Germany, and PSSM Global. We truly appreciate your presence and dedication. Now, I will hand over the platform to Arundhati Sriskandarajah Master to conduct the meditation. Thank you very much indeed.
Greetings to all. Thank you for joining this meditation session. Meditation means making our mind rather empty. Once our mind is more or less empty, we have tremendous capability of receiving cosmic energy and cosmic information surrounding us. This leads to good health, and absolute clarity in thought process, leading to a joyous life. Meditation is very, very easy to practice. One needs to be mindful of our natural breath. Breathing should be natural, just breathe in and out. When we are with our breath, our mind becomes empty. Once our mind becomes empty, the cosmic energy starts entering into our body. Our performance level will increase and we will be able to deal very effectively with any situation in our life. Studies have shown that mindfulness meditation can reduce pain, anxiety. Diseases are healed totally, and we'll find peace and tranquility within ourselves and leads to a joyous life. Now we will get into our meditation. Before and after meditation, if you drink lukewarm water, it will avoid dryness to your throat. Take any comfortable posture. If you are wearing glasses, please remove your glasses. Sit comfortably. Cross your feet. Interlock your fingers like this and place it on your lap. Gently close your eyes and observe your normal, natural breathing. There is no need for any deep breathing. Focus your easy, normal, natural breathing. Whenever thoughts come, please come back to your natural breathing. Relax the body, keep the body still. More you relax your physical body, you go deep into your meditation. There will be a background music to relax your mind. We will meditate for 25 minutes with the music. Please observe your normal, natural breathing. To your normal awareness. Unlock your fingers and place your palm on your eyes for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now remove your hands and place your fingers. Take your fingers and look inside your palm. And we have done the wonderful meditation. We'll thank the universe and we'll clap our hands for a few seconds. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I hand over the platform to Mr. Sriskandarajah Master. Thank you.
Welcome. We thank everyone who took part in our joint meditation today, focusing on peace of mind, psychological healing, world peace and harmony with the blessings of the cosmic power. When we meditate together, we generate a powerful social force of oneness that spreads across all nations, promoting peace, harmony, and well-being for everyone worldwide. Our sincere thanks to Arundhati Sriskandarajah for leading today's meditation, and the music provided by Sriskandarajah, for the calming music provided by Sriskandarajah, and the recording by Bhavani Vigneshwaran from Dorking, Surrey. And also special thanks to World Peace Forum, PSSM Tamil Europe, and PMC TV, part of PSSM Global, for their continued support. May the whole world be blessed with peace, harmony, prosperity, and well-being. And now is my joy and privilege to say a few words about our speaker today. I'm delighted to introduce Mr. Kumaran Sriskandarajah, a finance professional who is married and blessed with 2 young daughters. He is deeply passionate about Hinduism and music, which play an important role in his life. Kumaran's parents are also devoted promoting the true way of life as taught in Hinduism. And his mother is a regular and inspiring speaker in our forum. Now, it is my pleasure to invite Mr. Kumaran Sriskandarajah to speak on the topic Panch Bhuta Sthalam. And after his speech, after the feedback, Kumarasamy Pillai Master from Sydney will summarize his speech in Tamil language. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. Can I just confirm that you can see my screen?
Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
Beautiful photograph. Thank you.
Thank you. Om Namah Shivaya. My salutations to Lord Arunachaleshwarar and Abida Gujambal Amman. Everything is by their grace. Namaskaram all. Firstly, I'd like to say a big thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Sriskandarajah for reaching out to me to participate and join this call. They've been very patient with me and very encouraging to ensure I join and contribute in some way to this ongoing daily series of multiple Zoom calls centered around world peace and harmony, which from my perspective is a consistent gathering of individuals focused on uplifting our collective consciousness whilst harmonizing together in an effort to better ourselves as people and divine seekers. I've been so impressed to hear the remarkable consistency, dedication, and effort over the last few years, well over 1,600 to 1,700 days consecutively, to perform daily online meditation, breathwork energy sessions, and also for creating space to listen to educational talks. It is truly inspiring and a testament to the character and sincerity of those involved. So my pranams to you all. Today, I would like to share a few insights on the Panch Bhuta Sthalam. But before I start talking about these specific Sivasthalams, it may be helpful to share some background about myself in the context of this topic. In 1987, I had my first experience of going on a temple tour pilgrimage in India, particularly focused in Tamil Nadu. My parents have always maintained a long-standing tradition to visit Kabalishwarar Koil as the first place to go in Chennai whenever we visited. And that has been the case over the countless number of trips over the last 4 decades. In 1987, I had my first visit of Sidambaram, which many, if not all, will know, is one of the Panch Bhuta Sthalams. So since then, I've been immensely fortunate to have had the chance to visit all of the Panch Bhuta Sthalams and all the Arapade Vedas and many of the prominent temples in Tamil Nadu and many of the sthalams that are recognized as Saiva Padal Petta Sthalangal and many of the Vaishnava Divya Desams. By divine grace, I've also had the chance to go on pilgrimage to Varanasi and the Himalayas almost 25 years ago. Having darshan at auspicious places such as Haridwar, Rishikesh, Badrinath, they've all profoundly shaped my spiritual journey. Also, having had numerous opportunities to visit our Saiva Adinams, Dharmapuram, Tiruvavudurai, Madurai, Perur, all have had a profound impact on my opportunities to visit and appreciate many of the sthalams over the years. And outside of India, I've enjoyed visiting temples in Cambodia, such as Angkor Wat, which is known as the largest religious monument in the world. Also the Batu Caves in Malaysia and various temples across Europe. I have a deep love and connection with temples, and that is why I felt when asked to do a speech that I pick a topic centered around temples, and it felt natural to pick the Panch Bhuta Sthalangal, which I have a particularly close affinity towards, especially Chidambaram. So I've mentioned the Panch Bhuta Sthalangal already a few times. So what are the Panch Bhuta Sthalangal? So in southern India, Lord Shiva is worshipped as the presiding deity of the 5 cosmic elements, and one of his names is Bhutapadi, Lord of the Elements. The 5 primal elements of nature, the Panch Bhuta, are earth, Prithvi, water, Jala, fire, Agni, wind, air, Vayu, ether, space, Akasham. Honoring this aspect of Lord Shiva as the upholder of the 5 elements are the Panch Bhuta Sthalams, the 5 Shiva temples, each of which represent not just these 5 elements of nature, but 5 states of consciousness and 5 dimensions of your own inner being. So when a devotee does sadhana at these 5 places, it is like tuning each element within oneself to its cosmic counterpart. According to Shaiva Agamas and Tantras, every human being is made of the same 5 elements that make up the cosmos. Spiritual growth is essentially the process of purifying, balancing, and mastering these 5 elements within. Each sthalam vibrates with the dominant energy of one element, carefully consecrated so that simply being in that space aligns the corresponding element within you. All of these temples are located in the southern part of India, and each temple has a unique story to tell with a distinct spiritual essence. So first we have earth element, Prithvi, Ekambareshwar temple in Kanchipuram. Second element, water, Jala, represented by the Sthalam Jambukeshwara temple in Thiruvannamalai. Thirdly, fire, Agni, Arunachaleshwara temple in Thiruvannamalai. Air, wind, represented Vayu, represented by Srikalahasti temple in Andhra Pradesh. And the 5th element, ether or space, Akasham, is represented by Thillai Nadaraja temple in Chidambaram. So the Panch Bhuta Sthalams express the idea that Shiva is not apart from the universe. He is the universe itself, manifesting through the 5 fundamental elements of creation. Many of you will be very familiar with the Panchakshara mantra, Namah Shivaya. It is said that there is a connection between each syllable of the Panchakshara mantra with one of the 5 elements and the corresponding physical and spiritual aspects of existence. Na representing the earth element, Ma representing the water element, Si representing the fire element, Va representing the air element, and Ya representing the ether, space element. So by chanting the mantra, the corresponding elements within the body and the environment are purified and harmonized, which helps the practitioner achieve spiritual balance and connection with Shiva consciousness. Furthermore, this connection is symbolized by the Panch Bhuta Sthalams. These temples are also linked to the syllables of the mantra. The Saiva Nalvars visited and composed hymns at these very temples, integrating the physical locations, the elements, and the mantra into their devotional poetry and hymns. Now, moving on to this slide, you can see the location of the Panch Bhuta Sthalam all on this map. You'll notice that Srikalahasti temple is the only temple not within Tamil Nadu, and it is locationally relatively close to Tirupati in Andhra Pradesh. You can see also from this map that it is quite plausible to plan and visit to enjoy all 5 sthalams, maybe within a 1 to 2 week trip. So something to note for future. So I'll now go into a little more detail about each of the Panch Bhuta Sthalams, starting with Erkambareshwara temple. So this temple is one of the largest in South India, spreading over 23 acres, enclosed by huge walls and crowned by a 59-meter high Rajagopuram, one of the tallest temple towers in Tamil Nadu. The temple's history spans several dynasties. The Pallavas first established a shrine here around the 7th century. The Cholas expanded it, adding mandapams and shrines. The Vijayanagara kings, especially Krishna Devaraya, built the majestic Rajagopuram and the magnificent Ayramkal Mandapam, the 1,000-pillared hall of breathtaking carvings. Their images are still found engraved in the Gopuram, testifying to their devotion. The temple also has a unique shrine to Vishnu, making it one of the rare sites that is both a Padalpetta Sthalam, but also a Divya Desam. So here Shiva and Vishnu dwell side by side, symbolizing unity amidst diversity. So long ago, when Parvati Devi desired to unite with Lord Shiva, she performed austerities beneath a magnificent mango tree, Amra Vriksha, on the banks of the ancient Vegavati river. Now, to express her devotion, she shaped a lingam out of sand, the Prithvi lingam, and worshipped it with a pure heart. When the river suddenly swelled in flood, threatening to wash away her sand lingam, Parvati embraced it tightly to protect it. Touched by her love and devotion, Lord Shiva appeared and accepted her as his consort, declaring that he would forever reside there as Ekam Pranadar, the Lord beneath the single mango tree. Thus, this temple is not only an architectural wonder, but a spiritual symbol of devotion, surrender, and union. That divine mango tree is said to be over 3,500 years old and still stands in the temple courtyard today, with 4 branches bearing 4 different flavors of mangoes, representing the 4 Vedas and the unity of creation. This sacred temple has been praised by the great Nayanmars, the Saiva poets and saints who spread the Bhakti movement. So Thirinyana Sambandar, Tirunavakarasar, and Sundarmurti, they are so revered, and they sang in this temple various Thalavaram hymns, calling it Kachi Erkambam. Upper Tirunavakarasar describes Erkambam as the place where Shiva grants moksha to devotees as easily as a wish from the heart. Thirunyana Sambandar praises the temple's earth-born lingam as radiant and living. Sundarar calls Kanchi a city of wisdom, where even the dust of the temple sanctifies one's soul. Manikavasagar, in his Tiruvasagam, hints at the sand lingam as the symbol of ultimate humility, where the ego dissolves like a grain of dust at Shiva's feet. Through these hymns, the saints remind us that Erkambareshwara is not just a temple, it is a path to liberation through devotion. The Prithvi Lingam here is not hewn from rock, but formed from living soil, reminding us that divinity does not dwell in marble or granite alone, but also in the humblest dust of the earth. The Lord as earth symbolizes stability, patience, endurance, and nourishment, the virtues that sustain all life. So when we bow before Ekambareshwarar, we are bowing before the foundation of existence itself. Ekambareshwara temple teaches us 3 eternal truths. Devotion is greater than ritual. Parvati's love turned mere sand into sacred divinity. Secondly, patience is divine. As earth bears all creatures, we must cultivate steadiness and forgiveness. And thirdly, the soil of Ekambareshwara temple is not ordinary dust. It is sacred Prithvi, the very form of Lord Shiva. In chanting Namah Shivaya here, before the Prithvi Lingam, we harmonize our inner earth, our body, mind, and stability with the eternal earth of the cosmos. Now, I'll go into a little bit more detail about Jambukeshwara temple. So Thiruvanikavu is home to the magnificent temple of Sri Jambukeshwara, where Lord Shiva manifests as the element of water. If Kanchipuram is the earth of stability, then Thiruvanikavu is the water of compassion and consciousness. The original structure was built by the early Cholas around the 1st century and expanded by later medieval Cholas and Vijayanagara kings. The Ahilandeshwari shrine is especially famous. Her eyes are so powerful that legend says she had to be adorned with 2 diamond ear ornaments installed by Sri Adi Shankaracharya to calm her cosmic energy. This balance between power and peace, Shakti and Shiva, makes Thiruvanikavu one of the most spiritually charged spaces in all of India. In this holy temple, there is a legend that tells us that Ahilandeshwari once made a grave mistake in Mount Kailayam. As part of her divine penance, she was sent by Lord Shiva to the earth to perform austerities at this very spot. Here in the lush green island of Jambu forest, she made a lingam out of water from the Kaveri river, a Jala lingam, and worshipped it beneath a Jambu tree. So sacred is this water lingam that even today the sanctum of the temple always contains a natural spring that continuously seeps water around the lingam, a mystery no engineer can explain. The priests never allow the sanctum to dry. It is kept moist with the eternal waters of devotion. Moved by Parvati's deep penance, Lord Shiva appeared before her and taught her the essence of the highest wisdom. Thus, in this temple, the goddess herself became the disciple of Shiva. That is why in daily worship here, the priest representing Parvati Devi stands on one side as the student, while Shiva, as Jambukeshwarar, faces east as the teacher. It is the only temple in India where Shiva gives Ubadesam to his own consort. So the name Jambukeshwarar has its roots in an ancient legend associated with sage Jambu Munivar. The Sthala Puranam states Jambu Munivar once worshipped Shiva, performing intense penance under a navel tree on the banks of the river and attained liberation. Hence the Lord took the name Jambukeshwarar. There is also a mythical story legend that says that the sage once offered a sacred Ven Narwal fruit to Lord Shiva. After eating it, Shiva spat out the seed, which the sage reverently swallowed, considering it holy. From his head soon sprouted a narwhal tree, under which he prayed that Lord Shiva take abode. Some less literal and more poetic interpretations of this say that the narwhal tree sprouted from the austere penance of Jambu Munivar, meaning that his spiritual energy sanctified it and made it divine. Another legend has it that 2 devotees of Shiva were born under the influence of a curse, as a white elephant and a spider. The elephant worshipped Shiva with flowers and water brought in its trunk. The spider worshipped the lingam by spinning a web on top to protect it from falling leaves upon the lingam. The elephant's worship would destroy the spider's web, and the spider's web amounted to desecration. in the eyes of the elephant, leading to animosity between the two, of such proportion that a fight between them resulted in the death of both. Despite the quarrel and their physical demise, Lord Shiva was moved by their devotion and granted them salvation. Now, because an elephant worshipped Shiva here, the place came to be called Thiru-Ane-Ka. Thiru meaning sacred, Ane meaning elephant, and Ka meaning forest. Later, the name Thiru-Ane-Ka became Thiru-Vanikavu. By the will of Lord Shiva, the spider took birth again on earth as King Konjungot Chola, who later constructed this temple. Here at Thiruvanikavu, the water represents compassion and purification. The spider's web represents devotion, and the elephant's bathing represents purity. These both symbolize different forms of worship. The ever-moist sanctum, the cool air and the gentle murmur of the inner spring make this temple a living meditation on the fluid compassion of Shiva. Tirunavakarasa sang that the very sight of Jambukeshwarar purifies one like bathing in holy waters. Sundaramurti Nayanar extolled the temple as a place where the Lord dissolves the impurities of karma through his watery grace. Later, Manikavasakar in his Tiruvasakam spoke of the Lord whose liquid form mirrors the ever-flowing consciousness, both soft and powerful, both formless and form. Thus, through their songs, the Narayamas remind us that this temple is not only a shrine, but a stream of living bhakti. Every element of this temple carries spiritual meaning. The water lingam teaches flexibility and humility, how to flow around obstacles without losing essence. The ever-present spring represents the stream of consciousness that flows through all beings. The daily ritual where the goddess worships the Lord reminds us that even divine Shakti seeks the wisdom of pure awareness. The temple of Jambukeshwara teaches us that the highest wisdom is not dry philosophy, but the flowing water of love. The Lord as water teaches us to flow with grace, not to resist life, to cleanse ourselves of ego and become clear, and to nourish others with compassion, just as rivers nourish the earth. I will now go into more detail about Tiruvannamalai temple. So if Kanchipuram represents earth and Thiruvanikaval represents water, then Tiruvannamalai is the flame of consciousness, the Agni Tattva, the eternal fire that burns ignorance into light. The temple complex covers 10 hectares and is one of the largest in India. The eastern tower is 11-story Gopuram, making it one of the tallest temple towers in India, built by Sevapat Nayaka, part of the Tanjore Nayaka dynasty. The temple has numerous shrines, with those of Annamalai and Unnamalai being the most prominent. The temple complex houses many halls. The most notable is the 1,000-pillared hall built during the Vijayanagara dynasty. The present masonry structure was built during the Chola dynasty in the 9th century, whilst later expansions are attributed to Vijayanagara rulers of the Sangamam dynasty and the Salava dynasty and the Tulava dynasty. Now, in the Sthala Puranam of Tiruvannamalai, it tells one of the most sublime stories in all of Saiva tradition, the story of how Shiva revealed himself as an infinite column of fire. I am sure all of you are very familiar with this story, so I won't tell the story fully or go into great detail. But once Brahma and Vishnu disputed who was supreme among the Trimurti, to resolve the conflict, Shiva appeared between them as a vast blazing pillar of fire, stretching beyond heaven and below the netherworld. Brahma took the form of a swan and flew upward to find its top. Vishnu became a boar and dug deep to find its base. But neither could find the beginning nor the end of that fiery column. Then Shiva reappeared, saying, "You both are born of my light. Ego cannot measure the infinite. That infinite fire, they say, cooled into the holy hill of Arunachala, the visible form of the formless. Thus, this sacred mountain is not merely a hill of rock, it is Shiva himself, frozen flame, Agni Stamba, the pillar of fire that became the earth. At the foot of the Arunachala hill stands the grand Arunachaleshwara temple. Within its sacred courtyards lies the Agni Lingam, representing the element of fire. The temple sanctum radiates warmth even in cool seasons, and lamps are kept constantly lit, symbolizing the inner flame of realization that never dies. Behind the temple, the mountain itself looms, the Linga Swarupa of Shiva, worshipped directly by sages, saints, and seekers for thousands of years. Another legend says that goddess Parvati once playfully covered Shiva's eyes at Kailayam, plunging all the worlds into darkness. To atone, she descended to earth and performed penance here at Tiruvannamalai. Pleased by her austerities, Shiva appeared as the Jyoti, the light of all lights, and united with her as Arunachaleshwara and Unnamulai Amman, Shiva and Shakti, eternal companions. It is said that when she merged with him here, the two became Ardhanarishwarar, half male, half female, symbolizing the non-duality of creation. Thus, Tiruvannamalai is not just a temple of fire, it is the altar of divine union. Throughout the centuries, countless saints have sung and attained enlightenment at this sacred temple and hill. Appar, Tirunavukarasar, praised Arunachaleshwara as the Lord who burns away the karma of devotees with his fiery grace. Tirunjana Sambandar sang that the fire of Tiruvannamalai is not a fire of destruction, but of illumination. Manikavaskar in his Tiruvasagam described how the fire of Shiva burns the illusion of separateness and reveals love's oneness. And in more recent centuries, Bhagavan Ramana Maharishi, the silent sage of Arunachala, declared, Arunachala is the self. To think of Arunachala is to abide as the self. So to him, the mountain itself was a living guru, the still flame of pure consciousness. Probably the most awe-inspiring moment you'll probably get to see in today, Sage, at Tiruvannamalai is the annual Karthikei Deepam festival. Sadly, I've yet to witness this for myself, but I hope one day I will. But on the full moon of the Karthikei month, between November and December, a giant flame is lit atop the Arunachala hill, visible for miles around. That flame represents the eternal light of Shiva, the Jyoti that no darkness can overcome. At that moment, the external fire and the inner fire become one. The world itself becomes a lamp of divine awareness. Among the five elements, fire, Agni, is the element of transformation. It purifies, illuminates, and liberates. When we meditate at Tiruvannamalai, we awaken that same inner fire, Jnana Agni, the fire of knowledge. Arunachala flame is not only a light on a hill, it is the symbol of self-realization, of the ego melting in the fire of divine truth. The message of Arunachala is eternal. Burn away ignorance with the fire of truth. Offer the ego into the flame of devotion. Let your heart shine with the light of compassion. See the same light in all beings. For the fire that blazes on the hill and the fire that glows within the heart are one and the same. When the lamp of knowledge burns bright, there is no darkness left, only Arunachala, the radiant self. We'll now turn our attention to the fourth element, air, Vayu, the element of life and movement, and to the divine abode where Shiva breathes as the wind itself, the holy Sri Kalahastiswarar Koil. The Sri Kalahasti temple stands on the banks of the Swarnamukhi river, surrounded by hills that form a natural mandala. The temple's main sanctum was built in stone by the Pallavas, expanded by the Cholas, and adorned by the Vijayanagara kings, especially Krishna-Devaraya, who added the majestic Gopuram and left inscriptions detailing his devotion. Even the layout of the temple is symbolic. The lingam represents Shiva's infinite axis. The moving lamp beside it represents the Vayu Tattvam. The temple's inner passages are designed so that the air flows continuously, as if the temple itself is breathing. It is also one of the few temples where Rahu and Ketu have special shrines, making it a powerful center for those seeking relief from planetary afflictions. The name of Lord Shiva in this temple is Sri Kalahastiswarar. He is also referred to as Vayu Lingeshwarar, Lord of the air element. The Amman's name is Jnana Prasanambika Devi, also known as Jnana Prasanambal, the goddess of wisdom, Jnana, compassion, and spiritual flowering, Prasanna. The Vayulinga is a self-manifested Swayambhalinga and is in constant swaying motion, which symbolizes the movement of air, despite the fact the sanctum is enclosed with no direct airflow. The deeper spiritual significance of Sri Kalahasti is that air is not just the physical wind, but represents prana, the vital life force that sustains all living beings. So for those of you who practice pranayama in this group, you may be aware of the profound yogic philosophy around the controlling of breath as a path to spiritual awakening. The Vayu Linga symbolizes the mastery of overbreath, mind, and subtle energy. Our great saint Tirumular teaches us in Tirumandaram, the 10th Tirumurai, about pranayama as a transformative practice that awakens inner consciousness, purifies the nadis, and leads us to union with Lord Shiva. In verse 564 of Tirumandaram, Tirumular teaches us that the mastery of breath is key. Essentially, when the breath wanders, the mind is unsteady. But when the breath is still, so is the mind. Breath can be viewed like the vehicle of prana, our life force. And by regulating it, the yogi burns away karmic impurities. Here in this ancient shrine, the very act of breathing becomes worship. The name Sri Kalahasti is derived from the devotion of three beings, Sri, spider, Kala, serpent, and Hasti, elephant, whose intense love for Shiva led them to ultimate liberation. Shiva, pleased by their sincerity, merged all three into his own divine name, Sri Kalahasti, blessing them with liberation. Thus, the temple and the Lord are known as Sri Kalahastiswarar, the Lord who accepts all forms of devotion. Given the similarity of the story with that at Jambukeshwarar, I will not go into detail here about the story of these three beings. But perhaps the most moving legend associated with this temple is that of Kannappa Nayanar, one of the 63 Saiva saints. Again, many of you will be very, very familiar with the account from the Peripuranam. So in the interest of time, I will not go into it here. The temple of Kalahasti has been revered by many other Saiva saints, such as Tirunjana Sambandar and Tirunavarkarasar. Also, Manikavaskar wrote that Shiva's grace is like the wind, unseen but felt everywhere. In the Skanda Purana, the temple is said to be as sacred as Kailasa itself. And to go deeper into the spiritual significance, it is important to note that from the very first breath we take to the very last, the prana, the vital energy, it is that which sustains us. In truth, every breath is an act of worship. Every inhalation is nama, surrender, and every exhalation is Sivaya, realization. Thus, the whole cycle of breathing becomes the chant of Namat Shivaya, even without words. At Srikalahasti, Shiva teaches that he is the breath within the breath, the invisible awareness, sustaining every moment of existence. So when we chant Namat Shivaya in this temple, Va resonates.
Just
when
1
we
minute,
chant,
please. Somebody talking. 1 minute, please. Yeah. Now you can carry on. Sorry about that. Somebody was talking.
Unmute yourself, please.
Unmute yourself, please. Kumaran, can you unmute yourself? Yeah.
sorry. So I'll repeat myself. So at Srikalahasti, Shiva teaches that he is the breath within the breath, the invisible awareness sustaining every moment of existence. So when we chant Namat Shivaya in this temple, the Va resonates as the whisper of the divine wind within us, the eternal prana that flows through the nadis and sustains consciousness. Thus, at Srikalahasti, even silence breathes the name of Shiva. I will now go into the final element, ether, represented by the holiest of shrines, Thillai Nadaraja Temple in Chidambaram. So located slightly north of Mayiladuthurai, the coil has stood for over 2,000 years, evolving through the Chola dynasty, who revered Chidambaram as their spiritual capital. Kings like Rajaraja Chola and Kulatonga Chola II adorned it with gold and inscriptions that remain today. The Cholas believed that to rule justly, a king must first bow to the Lord of Space, for only by recognizing the infinite could one rule the finite. The temple's golden roof over the Kanakasabha symbolizes enlightenment, the golden light of knowledge shining over the space of consciousness. In our Tamil Saiva tradition, when devotees simply say Koil, it refers specifically to Chidambara Nadaraja temple. Ko meaning king, Il meaning house, i.e. Koil means king's house. The Chidambaram Nadaraja temple is not just architecture, it is philosophy in stone. Its layout represents the human body. The outer walls are the physical body. The inner sanctum is the heart. The very center lies the secret, the Chidambara Rahasyam, the mystery of the formless. The name Chidambaram can be broken down to Chit, consciousness, Ambram, space, sky. So in essence, Chidambaram is the space of consciousness, the symbol of inner space where divine consciousness resides. In Vedic literature, the ether is considered the subtlest and most pervasive element pervading all of creation. Lord Nadaraja and Sivagama Sundari Amman are the main forms of Shiva and Amman represented here at Chidambaram. Together, they represent the most profound and symbolic divine pairing, embodying the union of cosmic consciousness and divine energy. Nadaraja literally means king of dance, and his Ananda Tandavam, the dance of bliss, is not just artistic, it represents creation, preservation, destruction, the veiling of truth and grace, the revelation of truth. The form of Nadaraja is the very essence and visual embodiment of Saiva Siddhantam. The dance of Nadaraja is not a performance. It is the cosmic pulse of existence, the heartbeat of all beings. Lord Shiva dances in the Chitsabha, also known as the Golden Hall, Ponnambalam of Chidambaram, which is a metaphor for the cosmic heart space. It should be noted that whilst Nadaraja performs the dance, Shivagami Amman is the receptive space, symbolizing stillness in awareness. While the other Panch Bhuta Sthalams reveal Shiva through tangible elements, here he manifests as pure space, the unbounded presence within and beyond all. In Chidambaram temple, there are two key aspects of worship. First of which I've mentioned, Lord Nadaraja, the iconic dancing form of him. Secondly, the formless empty space behind a thin curtain made of golden villa leaves in the sanctum. This is called the Chidambara Rahasyam. When the Dikshita priests draw back the curtain during puja, there is no idol behind it. This symbolizes formless Shiva, the supreme infinite consciousness. God is not limited to any form, and the ultimate truth is formless, beyond material perception. When the curtain is drawn aside, devotees behold that emptiness and realize that God is not elsewhere. He is within the space of one's own heart. From a literary perspective in association with Thillai, the masterpiece Periyapuranam was written in Chidambaram by the saint poet Sekkalar in the 12th century. The majestic Saint Manikavaskar, who wrote Tiruvasakam, spent much of his life here and merged with Lord Shiva as he attained ultimate liberation. Chidambaram has been glorified by countless saints and seers across the ages. Thirugnana Sambandar, Appar, Sundarar, three great Thalavaram saints, sang hundreds of hymns here, calling the Lord Thillai Nadaraja after the forest of Thillai trees that once covered the area. Manikavaskar describes the ecstasy of seeing the Lord's dance and merging into his rhythm. Later saints like Pattinadar spoke of Chidambaram as the center of the spiritual universe, the meeting point of matter and consciousness. Chidambaram is also one of the Panchasabhas, the five halls of Shiva's cosmic dance, specifically the Kanakasabha, the golden hall of bliss. So when we chant the full mantra Namah Shivaya here in Chidambaram, we are aligning the five elements within us, uniting body, mind, and spirit with the universe. In Chidambaram, that unity becomes experience. The Atman dissolves into the infinite. Chidambaram teaches not worship alone, it teaches realization. There are no miracles of moving flames or eternal springs. The miracle is silence. The miracle is space. In that space, all opposites dissolve. Shiva and Shakti, sound and silence, movement and stillness. Chidambaram is not merely a place, it is a state of consciousness. So when the curtain of illusion is drawn aside, what remains is pure awareness. The Chidambara Rahasyam is within each of us. Thank you. So I'd like to finish by thanking again Mr. and Mrs. Sriskandarajah for inviting me and giving me the opportunity to speak today. And finally, I'd like to thank the Lord Arunachaleshwarar and Abhida Kujambal Amman for helping me with this presentation, all by their divine grace. Ambesivam. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kumaran, Sriskandarajah. Thank you for your very, very informative and interesting speech about Panch Bhuta Sthalam. You beautifully explain how it represents the five elements of nature: earth, water, fire, air, and space, and how the five sacred Shiva temples in South India, each symbolizing one of these elements. Really good speech. Now, everyone can clap for 30 seconds as a gesture of gratitude. Afterwards, please raise your hand to comment or ask any questions, share your views, etc. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. First, we have Jayapalan from the Sutton Tamil School. Thank you.
வணக்கம். குமரன் ஸ்ரீஸ்கந்தராஜா அவர்களுடைய இன்றைய பேச்சு இந்த கள்ளத்துக்கு ஒரு மகுடம் வைத்தது போல என் மனதில் தென்பட்டது. படங்கள் மூலமும் அந்த தலங்களினுடைய சிறப்புகள் மூலமும் நாயன்மார்கள் அதை பற்றி பகன்ற விடயங்கள் பற்றிய அந்த தலங்களின் பலங்களை அவர் நிரூபித்த வகையிலும் எளிய அருமையான ஒரு சிறப்பான முறையிலான அவருடைய விளக்கங்களும் படங்களும் சுவாமி விவேகானந்தர் அந்த நாட்களில் வெள்ளை மாதுவினுடைய உள்ளத்தையும் கவரக்கூடிய வகையிலே வெள்ளை நாடுகளிலே சமய பிரசங்கங்கள் செய்த அந்த நினைவை எனக்கு இறைமேற்றியது. ஒரு அற்புதமான பேச்சு. ஒரு அருமையான இளைஞன் இந்த வயதிலே இவ்வாறான ஒரு அறிவாற்றலை கொண்டிருக்கின்றாரா என்ற ஆச்சரியத்தை ஏற்படுத்திய பேச்சு. மிக மிக உச்சம். நீங்கள் நீண்ட காலம் வாழ வேண்டும். இத்தகைய பேச்சுக்களை பரப்பி மேன்மைக்குள் சைவ நீதி உலகமெங்கும் விளங்க, அந்த விளங்குவதற்கு காரணமான அந்த பொதுமொழியான ஆங்கிலத்தில் உங்களுடைய விளக்கங்கள் தொடர துளங்க என்னுடைய வாழ்த்துக்களை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். இங்கே இந்த வேல்ஸ் போன்ற நகரங்களிலே உங்களுடைய விடயங்கள் விரும்பி வரவேற்கப்படும். எங்களுடைய பல ஆயிரங்களை செலவழித்து நடத்துகின்ற 2 நாள் கொண்டாட்டங்களான எங்களுடைய சைவ மகாநாட்டிலே நிச்சயமாக இது எடுத்து எம்பப்பட வேண்டும் என்பதையும் இது அடுத்த வருடத்துக்கு நான் வற்புறுத்துவேன். அந்த வற்புறுத்த தேவையில்லை, நிச்சயமாக ஏற்றுக்கொள்ளப்படக்கூடியதாக இருக்கும். அந்த வகையிலே இது பரப்பப்பட வேண்டும். நீங்கள் உங்களுடைய பணியை பரவ வேண்டும். அதன் மூலம் சைவத்துக்கு உதவ வேண்டும் என்பதை தாழ்மையான விருப்பமாக கொண்டு இங்கே ஆர்வலர்கள் பலர் காத்திருக்கின்றார்கள். உங்களை ஆசீர்வதிக்க நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Thank you very much. Next we have Vana J from Sydney, Australia.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. My gosh, I'm speechless actually. Honestly, I'm not brave enough or to give a comment to his speech. Such a small age, he has delivered a wonderful speech. My praise goes to his parents. I don't know who is the parents. The praise definitely goes to his parents for raising a child like this. Words are not coming actually. He's a great child and the parents raised him very nicely, and most of the children, when they are with the parents, they follow everything, but once they go to university or when they started their higher education, their direction will be diverted. I have seen with my children. I got 2 boys, but here honestly something made me to come and listen to me. Normally weekends I don't. That is again the universe gift given to me to come and join today. Honestly, I'm praising him. I'm not capable to give any comments about the talk because half of the thing I'm not aware of it. So I have to listen to this recording again and again to get the knowledge. Thank you very much for coming to this forum and giving this wonderful speech. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Vana J. Master. Thank you very much indeed. Next we have Bharada Shanmunathan from Canada. Thank you.
Greetings to all. Greetings to great Kumaran Sriskandarajah. I bow to you. You have brought to us all the 5 Thalankal, and also you have very clearly explained to us the spiritual nature behind these great Thalankal, and also for those who are going into the inner meaning of all these Thalankal. You have explained so vividly. Thank you, Kumaran. And I had the occasion to go to Chidambaram, Tiruvannamalai, and Tiruvanaka. I didn't have the chance to go to other places, but you have taken me today to all these thalams. Thank you. Thank you very much. Come again to enlighten us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Darshan. Thank you. Next, we have Panjachara Master from Sydney, Australia. Thank you.
Greeting to all. Today, Kumaran Sriskandarajah given us a very excellent speech to us about Panch Bhutam and the 5 elements and corresponding temples. He has done a good research on this and given us within this half an hour a large volume of Hindu religious matters. I congratulate him, and it is very good people like Kumaran Sriskandarajah to speak in English and express everybody, express the world to understand this. I understand few things deeper in Tamil. There are Tamil words given very deep about Akash and Akash and Sidambaram. You have no time, a short time. You have finished Akash temple. Vishnu came from his place also through air. That also a temple there. The whole thing came from there, they say. And many things are there. Thank you very much. You can do further research and give us. And we wanted you to do better results for us. Thank you very much. Make everyone religious and happy. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next, we have Ahatyan. Please, you can. Ahatyan.
Yeah, thank you very much for this opportunity to Sriskandarajah. Anna, like you have done a great research. Like it was wonderful. There were so many knowledge I gained today. And one thing I remember, like in your conversation, like once one of my friend, like Mr. Apu Damodaran, he's the like deputy mayor of Croydon, so like previous one. So he mentioned me, you know, like he want to visit to these places in Tamil Nadu with his family before his son age get 18 years old. Because like after 18 years like the kids become more independent and they don't really, you know, like follow the, you know, parents, you know, whatever they mention. But he mentioned that he want to bring his family, like especially his son, to this all places. So like in your like presentation, I remember that word. Oh yeah, like we all must bring our generation to this kind of places. Like most of the, you know, things we cannot explain the generation, we cannot tell them, people won't follow, like people won't see the value. But if we bring them like to these places and like let them understand, let them research themselves. Of course your parents have done that to you, I think, I believe that. Okay, so
Yes.
this thing, sorry, oh, okay, hello,
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear. Solanga.
No, I was agreeing with you. I mean, as I said at the very beginning, my first visit to Chidambaram was in 1987.
Yeah.
And that was obviously because my parents took me, and I've been very fortunate to be to Chidambaram several times. And but many of the times have been with parents. And I think in London, what is encouraging, lots of children come to the temple, to the London temples. But I think there is a big experience difference when you go to India and go to these thalams and live that experience. It can really open your eyes to a whole new world. In fact, I think you don't realize what you're missing until you go.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I've done a presentation, but really when you go there, it's how you feel within your own heart and your own self. It's transformational. It's transformational. And I think if people, the youngsters, if they go to these thalams, having done a bit of research, and then they go to the thalam, it becomes even more of a joyous event. And it becomes that more meaningful and purposeful, and they build greater connections. So I think you raise a really great point about it's one thing learning about thalams through research, but it's a whole different thing going and experiencing and spending time and sitting there. And what's great about this community, there's such a focus on doing meditation and doing various types of sadhana. What is amazing is if you can do those sadhana in those thalams, then you will start seeing magnified benefits to your sadhana. So that's all I would add to your comments.
Yeah. So that's why after that conversation, after I after 3 months, I have been thinking about what should I do, what kind of business I should start in London. After I moved to London, I did one export import business. I imported one container from Burma, pulses. Then I stopped. Then I'm researching so many things. Then I finally took a decision and I started a tour company. So especially to bring our people to this kind of places. So after your presentation, I got more confident that my decision was right. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm glad. That sounds great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next, we have Bhavani Vigneshwaran Master from Dorking, Surrey.
Greetings to you all, and it's a wonderful presentation by Kumaran Sriskandarajah. So I have been to, when I was young, when I was about 15, 16, I went with my parents. My father was a very religious man, so he took me, my mother, and we went all over, almost from the beginning, Raja Sidambaram, the whole places we went, and I didn't understand some of the things, and most of the things I remember. But now you are making me understand more. So will you please do the next time? Will you do more about this temple so that I can understand more? Thank you very much.
Happy to.
Thank you very much. Next we have Dr. Saras Sivaloganathan, please. Thank you.
Hello, Kumaran. You have stunned me with the depth of your knowledge. I have known about these temples, but I never knew the significance of each of them. I have learned a bit about each, but today I'm really, really impressed the way you have understood and the way you conveyed it to us in a way that is really possible to assimilate. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Next, Shekhar Master, you can speak.
Sorry, sir. Can you please unmute again? Sorry.
நன்றி சந்தர்ப்பம் தந்ததுக்கு. குமரன் ஸ்ரீஸ்கந்தராஜா மாஸ்டர் என்று சொல்றேன். அவரோட பேச்சு மிக அருமை. முக்கியமாக என்னென்றா இந்த தியான தளத்துல இந்த மதங்கள் ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு சமாதானத்தை, ஒரு சந்தோஷத்தை ஏற்படுத்தக்கூடிய ஒரு மதங்கள். பொதுவாக சொல்றேன் என்றா, நான் மதங்களை பிரித்து சொல்ல எனக்கு விருப்பம் இல்லை. எனக்கு சைவத்துல எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சது, நான் படிச்ச 28 வயசுல இந்த நாட்டுக்கு வந்தேன்னா, அந்த 28 வருஷம் இந்து மதத்தான் இருந்ததான். இங்க வந்தா கிறிஸ்தவனா மாறினேன். அதை நான் புல சொல்லல. ஆனா இந்து மதத்துல எனக்கு தெரிஞ்ச இவ்வளவு எல்லாம் படிச்சனா அதுல அன்பே சிவம் அதுல தான் எல்லாம் அடங்குது. மற்ற குமரன் ஸ்ரீஸ்கந்தராஜா மாஸ்டர் அவர் ஆங்கிலத்துல சொல்றது இது பல இடங்களுக்கு இந்த வீடியோக்கள் போய் ஒரு பெரிய ஒரு புரட்சியா ஏற்படும் அந்த தியான ஸ்தலத்தில் சொல்லி நான் நன்றியை சொல்லிக்கிறேன். தேங்க்யூ.
நன்றி. அருந்ததி மாஸ்டர்.
Greetings to all. Thank you very much, Kumaran, for your excellent presentation. And we are very proud of your parents because they brought you in this line. And Kumaran's mother, Sakti Sriskandarajah, she always delivers a speech for us every month. Every month, you always seen her before. So Sakti Sriskandarajah's son is Kumaran.
Oh, I see.
So you know the background of the parents are the main for his presentation, and they are always dedicated. Even the Kumaran's children, they can sing Thevarams, Thiruvasam. I have seen them in the, I went to the Mahanadu, Saiva Mahanadu in which temple is that? Stonely. So Kumaran's daughter was singing so beautifully. So their family is in that, So Kumaran, excellent presentation. You should come to our forum and give us more and more speeches like this. So so many people can benefit from your speech. Because in such a young age, you know so many things than us. So thank you so much. Thank you very much. We would like to see you again. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We have Sugendra Paramakumar Master.
Greetings to everyone. Kumaran sir, you explained it very clearly. We know about Panch Bhuta Sthalam in India, and it's all dedicated to Shiva, and about the manifestation of 5 prime elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space. But today you explained it very clearly about each and everyone, and I like that Sidambara Rahasiyam, which is God within ourselves. You explained every single one. You explained it very clearly, and we really enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Come again and give us explanatory talk. So everyone, it's mainly it's good for the youngsters because you were talking in English and they can understand, because we all are talking in Tamil, mainly in this forum, we are talking in Tamil. So the youngsters are not joining us because they couldn't understand. But your presentation is very clearly explained every single one to the youngsters. And I hope you will come again and make this forum for youngsters. Thank you very much. And I am going to read the chat box. Is it okay, Sriskandarajah Master?
Yeah.
Dr. Sarasiva-Loganathan, thank you so much for your excellent rendition. Meenambikai Selvaraja, thank you very much. Excellent speech. Anandi Baladasan, well-researched, inspiring presentation, Kumaran Master. Thanks a lot. Please come again with other topics like this. Pat's iPhone. Many congratulations for the excellent account. I am a Catholic, and for the first time I have heard a talk like this. This has opened up an interest in Hinduism. I have been meaning to visit all the Hindu temples to look at the architectural marvel. Well done, Kumaran. You are amazing. God bless you. Kala Mahalingam from Canada. Thanks. Your speech, excellent. Congratulations, Kumaran. Kumaran Amma comes again.
You must have.
I think there is a spelling thing. spelling mistake. Gnana Yogaraja. Thank you, Kumaran, for your wonderful, interesting, and informative talk about 5 temples. Now I decided to visit to India. Surya Maheswaran. Excellent speech, Kumaran and Master. Kumaran Master. God bless you. Thank you. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Sugendra Master. Next we have Anandi Baladasan from Canada.
Unmute yourself, Anandi Master.
Yeah. Thank you. Greetings to all. I already put it in the chat box also. Kumaran Master, it's a well-researched, inspiring presentation. At your age, you are doing a good job. Actually, I suspected when I saw the name Sriskandarajah, first I thought Sri Master and Arundhati Master, and then suspected, I know their son's name is Mugundan, I think. Then I suspected this should be Sakti Master's son. You should be very proud at your age. You are doing a wonderful job. Please come back with the presentations like this. Maybe Arbada will do next time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next, Dr. Sada Mano Master.
Greetings to all. I want to make it very brief. I learned a lot today. Excellent, inspiring presentation, Kumaran. And I straight away knew your mom, who you were. Anyway, no wonder, because she is also well sort of versed with all these religious things. And but when we came to meditation here, we used to introduce to other people and we wait for their response, and we tend to feel a bit downhearted because a lot of people don't accept what we say. They say what the outcome is, they have to get a time in order to grasp this opportunity. Not everyone will have. So you have had already good blessing from your universe, and your parents have brought you as one, and you have an opportunity to train your kids, and they are coming well as well, according to Arundhati Master's statement. Anyway, well done, and good to hear from you more. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Finally, Kumar Saipula Master from Sydney.
Greetings to everybody. Firstly, I would like to thank Kumaran for his really a very informative and inspirational presentation. I really, the fact is, most of us know about all these temples, but actually the most important thing, the younger generation must really listen to all these speeches, because they don't know the importance of all these temples, and they laugh at us saying, oh, why all that? Actually, you look at these temples, 5 temples, the 5 elements, there are so many scientific facts behind it. Actually, these fundamentals, they are the blocks for our universe and the human body. So nowadays, if you want to have holistic health, if you think about Ayurveda, they really explain about all the importance of these 5 elements, actually. When there's an imbalance of these 5 elements, then only we become sick. So I don't want to go into all the medical sport, but you know, really look at all these things behind these. There are so many medical scientific truth behind these. These represent all these temples those days. They wanted to tell the people, by worshipping all these 5 elements, you can have a healthy body, healthy mind. So these are always symbolic. So I really amazed at your very speech and all that. But this is younger days. Nowadays, the people don't understand. Now, for example, Sidambara Rahasyam, most of them don't know what really it means. I have gone to Sidambara so many times searching for Sidambara Rahasyam. Later only I found out the truth. So fortunately, I have visited almost all these temples so many times, and I am very happy that again you touched at them. So particularly Thiruvannamalai is my favorite temple. I have lived there for so many days. Wonderful to see there. And Ravana Maharshi Ashram is really good. Okay, now I'll come back to your translation and summarize this speech. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். இன்று குமரன் அவர்கள் பஞ்சபூத தலங்கள் அதாவது சிவனுடைய 5 பஞ்சபூத தலங்களை பற்றி மிக விரிவாகவும் தெளிவாகவும் எடுத்துக்கொண்டார். அவற்றை சுருக்கமாக உங்களை பகிர்ந்து விரும்புகின்றேன். முதலாவது நான் என்னுடைய என்ன மாதிரி நான் ஆன்மீக பாதையில் சென்றேன் என்பதை நான் கூற விரும்புகின்றேன். முதலாவது நான் 1987ஆம் ஆண்டு கபாலீஸ்வரர் கோயிலுக்கு போனேன். அதற்கு பின்பு 1987ஆம் ஆண்டு முதல் முறையாக செம்பரத்துக்கு சென்றேன். இந்த கோயில் எல்லாத்துக்கும் போய் உடனே 6 படை வீடு, இது மட்டும் இல்லை 6 படை வீடுகளுக்கும் மற்ற கோயில்களுக்கும் சென்றிருக்கிறேன். மொத்தத்தில் என்னுடைய ஆன்மீக வாழ்க்கை சிறு வயதிலிருந்து ஆரம்பித்தது. மற்றது இந்த எல்லாத்துக்கும் இந்த ஆன்மீக பாதைக்கு ஈடுபாடு உண்டது காரணம் சிறு வயதிலேயே ஆரம்பித்தது. முதலாவது நிலம். இந்த 5 பூதங்கள் என்ற கோயில் என்னென்ன கோயில் என்று 5 பூதங்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் தெரியும். முதலாவது நிலம். இந்த நிலத்தை குறிக்கிறது காஞ்சிபுரம் ஏகாம்பரேஸ்வரர் கோவில். தண்ணீர் நீரை குறிப்பது ஜம்புகேஸ்வரர் டெம்பிள். மற்றது நெருப்பை குறிப்பது திருவானைக்கால். மற்றது காற்று சிறு காலப்பத்தி கோயில். இது ஆந்திர பிரதேசத்தில் இது ஒன்றுதான் தமிழ்நாட்டில் இல்லாமல் ஆந்திர பிரதேசத்தில் இருக்கின்றது. திருவண்ணாமலை இது மிக பிரபலமான ஒரு கோயில். இது திருவண்ணாமலையில திலநடராஜர் கோவிலை பற்றியும் கூற விரும்புகின்றேன். திலநடராஜர் உங்களுக்கு எல்லோருக்கும் தெரியும். நமசிவாய என்பது எங்களுடைய தாரக மந்திரம். இந்த நமசிவாயத்தின் பொருள் என்ன என்பால், மா என்பது நீர், சி என்பது நெருப்பு, வா என்பது காற்று, யா என்பது ஆகாயம். இந்த 5 பஞ்சபூதங்களையும் குறிக்கும் முகமாகத்தான் நாங்கள் நமசிவாய என்று இருக்கின்றோம். இது எங்களுடைய பஞ்ச மந்திரம். மற்றது அவர் பார்வதியுடைய மாங்கரது பிராயசித்தத்தை பற்றியும் சொன்னார். தான் செய்த தவறுக்காக தவம் இருந்தார் என்றும். ஏகாம்பரேஸ்வரர் கோயிலை பற்றி வந்தால் என்னதை குறிக்கிறது என்றால், இதை வழங்குவதை குறிப்பாக இதை வழங்கும் பொழுது முக்கியமாக பொறுமை வரும். இந்த பொறுமையை எப்படி இருக்க வேண்டும் நிலத்தை குறிப்பதனால், பொறுமை என்பது எப்படி நிலம் பொறுமையாக இருக்கின்ற பொழுது நாங்கள் எங்கள் உணர்ச்சிகளையும் பொறுமையையும் இந்த நேரம் நன்றாக இருக்க வேண்டும் என்பதை குறித்துள்ளதற்காகத்தான் இந்த கோயிலை அவர்கள் கட்டியிருக்கின்றார்கள். ஜம்புகேஸ்வரர் கோயில் திருவானைக்காலில் இருக்கின்றது. இது சோழர்களால் கட்டப்பட்டது. அங்கே அந்த கோயில் கட்டுறதுக்காரன் ஜம்பூரி என்ற முனிவர் தான் இதை கட்டினார். அங்கே அகிலாண்டேஸ்வரி இருக்கின்றது. இங்கே பல புராண கதைகள் இருக்கின்றது. அது ஜானியை பற்றி, சிலந்தியை பற்றி, இது என்ன மாதிரி எல்லாம் கும்பிடுது என்று பல தத்துவ கோட்பாட்டை விளங்குகின்ற கோயில்கள் சிலங்கள் இருக்கின்றன. அடுத்தது திருவண்ணாமலை. இதுதான் மிக பிரமாதமான ஒரு கோயில் என்று சொல்ல வேண்டும். மற்றது உங்களுக்கு எல்லோருக்கும் தெரியும், இந்த பிரம்மாவும் விஷ்ணுவும் யார் பெருசு என்ற அகங்காரத்தில் போர் கொடுத்ததாகவும் இவர்கள் அடிமுடி காடி சென்ற கதை எல்லோருக்கும் நமக்கு தெரியும். இது அங்கே முக்கியமாக இருக்கின்றது. குறிப்பாக திருவண்ணாமலை என்ற உடனே எங்களுக்கு ஞாபகம் வருகின்றது கார்த்திகை தீப திருவிழா. இந்த கார்த்திகை தீபம் பௌர்ணமி நாள் அன்று கார்த்திகை மாதத்தில் ஒவ்வொரு ஆண்டும் நடைபெறும். இதிலே மேலே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு ஒளி எந்த நேரமும் எரிந்து கொண்டே இருக்கும். இது சிவனுடைய ஒளியாக போக்குகின்றது. இதன் நோக்கம் என்றால் எமது கர்மாவை போக்கும் ஆற்றல் கொண்டது. மற்றது இங்கேதான் உங்களுக்கு எல்லோருக்கும் தெரியும், ரமண மகரிஷி முத்தி அடைந்து இருந்தது. அவருடைய வாட்சம் இருக்கின்றது. மற்றது இந்த தீ என்ற பொழுது வெளியிலே இருக்கின்ற தீ தான் நமக்கு உள்ளேயும் இருக்கின்ற தீ இருக்கிறது. இரண்டையும் ஒன்றாக இணைப்பதுதான் இந்த கோயிலின் நோக்கம். அகத்தீ புறத்தீ இரண்டையும் ஒன்றிணைப்பது இந்த கோயில் என்றும். மற்றது நாங்கள் தியானத்தில் இருக்கும் பொழுது இதன் உள்நோக்கம் என்றால் நமது அகந்தியை எரித்து இருளை அகற்றி ஒளியேற்றுவதுதான் இதனுடைய குறிக்கோளாக இருக்கின்றது. அதைத்தான் இந்த கோடி சொல்லிருக்கின்றது. மற்றது காளஹஸ்தி கோயில் இது இது பல்வரால் கட்டப்பட்டது. இங்கேதான் திருமூலர் திருமந்திரம் எழுதுகிறது. இது இங்கே இதை பற்றி திருமூலருடைய உரையில காற்றினுடைய ஆற்றலை, அதாவது பிரணாயாமாவுடைய முக்கியத்தை எடுத்து கூறினார். இது வந்து வாழ்க்கையை வழிப்படுத்தும், தூய்மைப்படுத்தும் ஒரு சக்தி வாய்ந்த தியானம் என்று சொல்றது. இது பொதுவாக இந்த மூச்சில் கவனம் செலுத்துவது என்றால், இது வந்து மூச்சு வந்து பொழுதும் அலபாயும் பொழுது மனம் ஒரு அமைதி இல்லாத நிலையில் இருக்கின்றது. இந்த மூச்சு வந்து நாங்கள் கட்டுப்பாட்டில் கொண்டு வந்தோன்னா மனம் கட்டுப்பாட்டுக்கு வரும். இதுதான் நாங்கள் தியானத்தில் என்றோம். இந்த திருமூலர் இந்த கோட்பாட்டை இங்கே தான் திருமந்திரத்தை பாடி கொண்டு வந்தார். அடுத்தது காளஹஸ்தி என்றது வந்து அதில் பொருள் இருக்கின்றது. ஸ்ரீ என்றது வந்து சிலந்தி, காளி என்பது நாகம், ஹஸ்து என்பது யானை. இது மூன்றும் ஒன்றிணைந்தது தான் ஸ்ரீ காளஹஸ்தி கோயில் என்று சொல்லுகின்றார்கள். தில்லை நடராஜன், இது இந்த கோயில் சிதம்பரம். இப்ப கோயில் என்ற பொழுது இப்ப நாங்கள் தாழ்வது இப்பொழுதும் சிதம்பரத்தையே குறிப்பார்கள். அப்ப சிதம்பரம் என்றால் தான் கோயில் என்ற அர்த்தம். இதன் பெரும் என்றால் அவ்வளவு பிரசித்தி விட்ட இந்த கோயில் இது வந்து சோழர்களால் 2000 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு முன்பு கட்டப்பட்டது. வந்து இந்த அடுத்து இது வந்து ஒரு சித் என்றது வந்து விழிப்புணர்வு, ஆம்பரம் என்றது ஆகாயம். இது ரெண்டையும் அதாவது வந்து விழிப்புணர்வின் அண்டவெளி என்றே இதுக்கு பொருள் பெற்பார்கள். இது வந்து இதுக்கு நோக்கம் உங்களுக்கு எல்லோருக்கும் தெரியும். குறிப்பாக சிவன் என்றவர் பழித்தல், அடித்தல், காத்தல், அழித்தல் என்ற போன்ற தொழிலை செய்வது. இங்கேதான் டான்ஸ், ஹாஸ்பிக் டான்ஸ் நடராஜ நடனம் ஆடிய இடம் என்று கூறுகின்றார்கள். மற்றது சிதம்பரத்தில் வந்து உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் கூரையெல்லாம் பொன்னார்ன்றது. இது வந்து ஒவ்வொன்றுக்கும் வெளி நோக்கம் இல்லாமல் உள்ளுக்கே உள்ள தத்துவங்களை உடைய வேண்டும். மற்றது வந்து அது முக்கியமாக சிதம்பரத்துக்கு போகும்போது 2 காரியங்கள் இங்கே செய்ய வேண்டும். ஒன்று நடராஜனை வலுவது, மற்றது வந்து சிதம்பர ரகசியத்தை அறிந்து கொள்வது. அது 2 முக்கியம். இது வந்து அதில் கருத்து என்றால் இறைவன் இந்த என்ன தத்துவத்தை எங்களுக்கு கொடுத்துக்கொண்டால் இறைவன் நமக்குள்ளேயே இருக்கின்றார் என்ற தத்துவத்தை தான். அது வெளியே தேடாதீர்கள், அது உள்ளுக்கே இருப்ப என்ற தத்துவத்தை கோட்பாட்டை வலியுறுத்துவது. மற்ற இங்கேதான் பெரிய புராணம் சேக்கிழாரால் எழுதப்பட்டது. மாணிக்கவாசர் இருந்து திருவாசகத்தை எழுதினார்கள். மற்றது இங்கே வந்து சிதம்பரத்தில் வந்து நாம் எப்பொழுதும் வந்து வழங்கும் பொழுது வந்து இந்த கோட்பாடுகளை என்னத்துக்கு கூறுகள் என்றால், நாங்கள் எந்த சூழ்நிலையில் மனித கோயில்கள் எல்லாம் மனித வடிவத்திலேயே கட்டப்பட்டிருக்கின்றது. அப்ப மனிதனையும் இறைவனையும் ஒன்றுபடுத்தும் நோக்கம்தான் இந்த நோக்கம் என்று கூறி இந்த வாய்ப்புக்கு நான் கூறி விட வருகின்றேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Thank you very much, Kumaran Pillai Master.